Hey everybody, I'm Ryan and this is 113 Cycles. Stick around and I'll show you how we insulated our steel roll-up doors in the metal building. Alright, let's start off with does it work? Well, I can tell you it's about 60 degrees in the shop right now. It's about 27 degrees and sleeting outside. In Arkansas, we're having a bit of an ice storm at the moment with some sleet and stuff mixed in. So let's check our temperatures. Like I said, in the shop, it's currently about 60 degrees. So if we just look at the panels, we'll start with one panel right here, and we're looking at 59 degrees. I'll hit a couple little spots here. That's pretty consistent. That's pretty consistent 59 degrees. So I've got this panel already loosened. So let's pull that. And you can see just the good old steel door. And I can feel the cold air coming off of there. So let's hit that. And we're going to do the same thing. Checking a few different temperatures here. And we're pretty consistent, about 35 degrees. So as you can see, it's making a huge difference. So one of the things that it's doing really well is the air coming in from the sides, on both sides where the channel, spin around here. The channel is not sealed. I don't have brushes on the outside of the door, and the air comes around that channel and comes in. Well, putting this panel up here stops that from blowing into the shop. You can put your hand on here and you can feel the air coming from both sides with it. So when we put the other panel up there and you have it sealed, it stops that air from coming in. So does it work? Absolutely. The shop is so much warmer. Like I said, it's about 60 degrees and we're just running a mini split right now. I believe it's a 24,000 BTU. The shop is 720 square foot with 16-foot peak ceiling. So we have quite a bit of space to heat, and that mini split does a good job, but I can tell you that without these in here, it'd probably be in the 50s, possibly even in the 40s right now with that much air blowing through here. So, well, the next thing would be, how did we do it? Well, magnets, that's how. I'll put a link to these down below in case you're interested in them. And what we did is we took foil tape and attached them to the back of these panels. You can see here, this one has 6 magnets on it, and they're extremely strong, and they hold this up. See if you can hear it attach. The magnets hold that up there, and it's not coming down. The larger panels have more magnets. Obviously, the smaller panels have more. So the next thing would be, how do we take it down? Obviously, you saw me take the single panel out. I'm going to pop that out first because it's quick and easy, and I'll set it by the other door. The panels up top just have a handle on them, which I wrapped in foil. The foil tape, same stuff, that I have the magnets attached on, and it just clips up there. This one has 4 spots on it, and they just magnetize and stick. This one, and you can see, same principle as the other one, which has 6 on it. This one has 4, being a smaller piece, and it works just fine. So, take that one down. The larger panel up top, same deal. I only put a single handle on it because I played with it a little bit with the single handle and I didn't feel like I needed any more than that. It just pops right off and down it comes. I like to flip it over, and again, same deal. Foil tape holding the handle on, and then you can see the magnets on here. I added a couple extra basically where it was a little bit loose, where it wobbled a little bit up top to make sure it's sealed, and it's good to go. We'll set this one and grab the next two. These are obviously the easiest of the two, and usually the first I put up because they kind of line everything up. And again, magnets, so we just grab it, pull it right off. That's all there is to it. This one had put a couple extra magnets on it, 3 across the top, 3 in the middle, which I was planning on doing that anyways, but down at the bottom I had to add a couple extra just to kind of pull it up. It was a little bit bent and the door moves a little bit, so I added a couple extra magnets, and that took care of that. And then the last one. And it's the same deal. This one didn't have as many down at the bottom, but we still did our 3 across, a couple extra on the sides, and it seals pretty well. I may actually go back and add another one down towards the bottom and maybe up here to get a little bit more snug, but it fits really good, so I'm not sure that I'll take the time to do it. I just have the extra magnets, so I want to do that. So the panels are off. Let's see how long it takes to put them back on. This one's sitting here. The other ones are just off to the side, so we'll do this one first, and we'll fill the other ones up. My magnets didn't quite catch up there. That's it, all back together. All right, let's talk a little bit real quick about how we did it. So we took 4x8 sheets of 1-inch foam board and put them up there, obviously. I did 2 4x8s on the sides, a 2x8 in the middle, and the nice thing about using that was because I have 2 doors, although this could be your same panel for up top, I took the 2x8 sheet and cut it in half, and then you have one for both doors for your center section. And then I measured out this piece up at the very top, which was another 2-foot section. So for me, again, it worked out great that I cut that in half and had one for both sides. And then the last thing was a 2x8 or 2x2 panel that was up here at the top with it. And I notched out for the door stops up at the top. I will say that I probably will go back and cut this. There's no real reason for this. I was hoping it would attach a little bit better, but it doesn't. It just because of that bar there's no real reason. So if you're doing that, just cut it, make it a straight L shape right here to take out that. It'll help it basically just make it easier to do. So the other thing that I recommend with it is I took foil tape and wrapped it around the edges of each panel. So every panel up here is completely wrapped in foil tape. Basically what that did, maybe give it a little bit more insulation. I don't know if that really works or not, but for me, it was more so it doesn't get hit, bang, and get styrofoam pieces all over the place. So I've got a little piece showing here, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and get another piece of tape. I don't think it's actually up, but I will cover that. So basically that's how we did it. Took the magnets, put them on each corner, and I put each panel up. I played with it a little bit, placed the angles around, and went with that. So you can hear it kind of rattle with that foam tape, but it's not going anywhere. One of the things that I had to learn along the way was how to cut this board because of the fact that it's styrofoam. Using a regular knife works. I used a razor knife, I used a little handsaw. They didn't work really well. What I did find by doing some research on the internet, looking through YouTube, was I took a little small handsaw that I had and just heated it up with a propane torch, and it basically melted through. Had I done that with the edges on the first 2 sheets, I'd actually have a little bit tighter fit. There is a bit of a gap here with it. I don't know if you can see in the video or not. There's a bit of a gap, but it's not enough to create a problem again. We already know it works well. So that's basically what we did, and I took just some scrap wood that I had for the handles. You can use anything you want. I wanted something lightweight, but something strong that would work. I may end up painting these just so they blend, but I mean, it's already a big silver door with a lot of reflection, so I don't really see the point in that. I'll include a link to the foil tape down below that I used, and also, like I said, a link to the magnet so that if you're looking to do that stuff with it. I really recommend the foil tape because as I was moving this stuff around, I was getting the styrofoam pieces all over, and as I'm pulling these up and down, I don't want to have that be a problem. So I don't open my doors a ton every single day, but even if I did, these are quick and easy. You do need to have a place to store them, obviously. but I don't think that's going to be a real problem as I don't leave my doors open for a long time, even in the springtime. I can set them off to the side and have the doors open and that kind of stuff. It won't really be a problem, I don't believe. So having two 10 by 10 doors, that was a lot of space that air was really coming in. Like I said, I don't have brushes on the outside, but I am looking to do those. When I do, hopefully that'll cut down on that, but that's another project down the road. I think I have somewhere around $200, I think, in the whole project, maybe $250-ish, somewhere like that. The panels themselves were 17 and change, call it $18 a piece for the panels. Again, the wood was free. I think the foil tape was about $7 or $8. So it wasn't too bad of a project, and I did do one door at a time. And then when I could, I got back into the other door. I did have to order extra magnets too, so kind of between the two of those, it worked out well. So, thank you guys for watching. If you've got any questions, let me know down in the comments below. Like the video, that always helps out with it, and subscribe, if you like the shop build and you want to see some more stuff going on. So again, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you later.